every single grand finals that they in fact can be taken down by a quote-unquote more experience, more trophies behind you. For Fluxo, you gotta bring
on what's going down because, well, there's no bulletproof camera. But in goes Dots. He's about to meet Felipox. It's a Blackbeard versus the Wamai. As Felipox tries to drop, Dots will shut him down.
Off his control. It's not Akash gonna cut off that bomb site in half. So Nathan Akash is very isolated. No one can really help him, but KZ's at a fountain. But they're stuck in these corner positions.
KZ does on the long angle, spray down one, but Loban has snuck into the objective and cleaned house. Furia now need to fight back as JV will eventually trade. The last man standing. And Nitro Cell could easily deny the plant, but he's being covered off from the hallway. He gets able to cross for a brief moment, but Dodez.
One is they're actually not lashing out at all. They're holding back, waiting for things. Look at this aggression punished by Volps. A beautiful read. The Solis sees that there's something happening up
in the game. KZ inside of CCTV now feels tempted to also go for a bit of a run out, a bit of aggression. Felipox is the one to lash out for Furia first. Nate is also trapped in a bit of an awkward spot in office with the triple wall already opened up by Fluxo W7M and a Blackbeard on the other side. He's gonna get stabbed in the back by Palu. A second kill for the old guard with the DMR. And the pressure begins to mount for Furia.
KZ's to fall back and try and find a teammate upstairs to Armory Archives. Bomb set is beneath him, but they gotta fight it out. Injured to the wall again. JV leaving just KC left alive on top middle.
It's a dream for Fluxo. These first two rounds have been impeccable, untouchable. KZ, a little bit of damage through the wall, but two can play at that game. And Loban shuts him down.
1v5, falling back towards a teammate that's closer by instead.
Entry from the Sen supported by the Zafir, who takes a little bit of damage. Dots in a slightly off plan.
There is no
try and avoid the bangs through the smoke. Amidst the chaos though, Furia look for an opening, but Dodez is shut down by KZ. The Ella comes to life inside of CC, and Fluxo W7M have to pick the pieces back up again. Volps caught between two players, can't find his target, and now Dots unable to get that diffuser down. Finally has a sigh of relief after that one kill, but he's caught on camera and he's so separated from his teammate of Palu on the other side of the map. And now the soon-to-be father is the last man standing. The Lion of Furia steps up and holds the fort. 4 players upstairs for Furia, very solid hold. Volks now making an entrance, able for his Blackbeard, but Loban has taken down Felipox. Managed to sneak up the metal stairs somehow, and here comes the execute. Upstairs, Fluxo flush them out one by one. Still JV and Herds try to hold on for as long as they can up the top. But there are lurkers down on the ground floor, and Volps has finally finished off KZ.
Furia playing the clock, they're falling back, then retaking top floor again, playing the entirety of the positioning game right now on the left fire. Dots with the case in CCTV. There's the pipe, mind you. He has the roam clear. He also has to be the planter later on. Has to stay alive and go for a different location.
30 seconds, time is ticking away. Nade on the site is trying to hide for as long as he can, but with Herd still upstairs, Fluxo not able to go for a plant down below. This is going to be really desperate. You're right.
Creeping in.
Gonna have to go through Workshop, and Dots is looking to plant in the smoke. If Nade gets on his gadget, he will be able to see through. Surely there's a spray that could come through from JV, but he's too late. The plant goes down, and now JV is surrounded, and Fluxo W7M collapse. The Tachanka last round, it might have led it to it being a little bit of a different story. Timing could be perfect here for Loban. He's been so on fire already, 8 kills to his name in just 5 rounds as JV is quickly shut down.
Again, the communication, the droning customs, forcing him back, red ping for fake pressure. And you know, as you say, Prime Furia, they don't fall back because of red ping. They will fight their ground. Look at this, 2v1, the timing is perfect. If that's a bait, that's genius. He sprinted into CCTV with the sound cue.
But he is so good at holding these hard to kill positions, sneaking through from he stares into 90. Dots will find one, but KZ quick on the trade. Volps has finally shut down Herds, who I think was in offices, and that's going to force a rotation from Felipox. He goes back towards the bomb site. Tellers, KZ has that diffuser. It's locked down on 90. Volps is going to get access to all the defenders' cameras now.
That's smart. Get a bit more information. No time to drone. No drones left really either. They still think there's a room upstairs, surprisingly enough. We know that KZ's waiting right around this corner.
KZ needs his kill, and he does find it. Dodez did not have time to drone, and Volps now needs to refrag, pushing for the play onto the Warden. He goes for the run out, and the Nitro Cell will take him down, but he knows exactly where Felipox is because that cameras have been hacked and Felipox just walked straight past
7
the default.
seconds.
Now Volps has all the information he needs.
3 seconds.
The time is not on his side. He needs to go
1
deep
second.
for the kill, but Felipox with the DMR holds the line for Furia.
Oh, it's useless because they never punched it.
Perceived pressure.
Exactly.
It's about being able to alleviate your anxiety on one side. Oh, God.
Okay.
KZ, give it a rest. Dodez, what did he do to deserve that? A spray drive by the barricade, and it doesn't get much better here for Fluxo.
Yeah, they're using the Felipox aggression, right? The Yokai drone scouting for intel, it counters the Monty, counters the injuries, enables the spawn peek, and Dots is dead as well. This round is falling apart. That's that Furia aggression that we know and love, and it's why they wanted the Nomad ban originally.
And now Fluxo W7M, well, nice little love tap from Palu as Felipox will go down 2v4.
Felipox swinging that.
Position with the shield. That's the advantage as well. I believe they brought that on the Echo. Perhaps the Sentry and KZ can use it to continue fighting.
Yeah.
Another kill for him. And Furia have pretty much guaranteed this round. It was a 3-1 start for Fluxo W7M. And now Loban has to clutch a 1v4. Otherwise, Furia will tie the score.
He has a nade.
He actually, like you said, has a grenade. He could take out the shield at that 90 position. KZ's going to fall back. 1v2, this is starting to look a little sketchy.
It is. If only that grenade went out before your teammate died first, right? Thornchip has to push through, but one step backwards, the Thorn catches you. Barbwire on the ground as well.
While they're doing the second set of operator bans.
Yeah, you're gonna go, guys, if Thatcher gets banned away, it could very well be some trickeronis here.
Thatcher ban is a bit
Could
suspicious.
be a Kaida 2-brow
Tells me that-
response. No.
Well, I was wondering. Finally, a nice big shot from Palu as he hunts down KZ below. Out of nowhere, Furia have found an opening, and Fluxo have very quickly shut it back down again.
Yeah, issue with the Monty, right? You can get in the battle, but the teammates behind you can't just walk in that same door into those exact same crossfires. So you gotta problem solve. Step by step, C4! Nicely tossed by Palu. Leaving his 2 attackers left, Felipox and Monty, the 2 supportive.
Primed and ready. He's gonna keep it for now. Oh, beautiful wallbang from Nade with the pistol. Has a perfect read onto Volps. Now it's just gonna be a plant attempt. Surely this isn't possible. Loban down below.
Boom.
And a nuclear C4 shuts down the push from Furia.
Yeah.
Felipox has everything to do.
1 step ahead now. In the very
1v3
beginning.
with the DMR. Needs to isolate these one by one as he knows exactly where Dots is on the Warden. Info from a yellow ping, but Dots will swing to win. And Fluxo W7
Here, right? It's not here, boys.
Where is that mirror? Where is that Kayuklo? It's gonna have to be the floor above.
They're being locked out by a single iconic.
JB thinks it's right there in the corner, so he's gonna use a Selma on it. He might be right, but meanwhile, if in doubt, frag it out. Herds has snuck in from the back line and found a big double kill. Somehow Nate is looking for a plant as well as Herds has found a third one. Finally shut down. Loban is gonna have to do a lot of the heavy lifting here for Fluxo W7M, but at the drop of a hat, Furia have found the plant into the post plants, and they bite back hard. Fluxo in a 1v4, and even Loban with 12 kills cannot find the round. The hero of the
strategy for this one. That's the curveball that we wanted to see.
Quite a 180.
Yeah,
Very
this is
different to what
not
we
like their
expected.
current. I mean, that's Fluxo, right? That's what they do usually. I see Nate on a second round of Monty, which the first time around wasn't necessarily the solution they were needing.
And of course, with Loban popping off, you give him a license to make aggressive plays. However, it won't always work. Felipox gonna go deep.
He's just got a plant.
He saw that he killed the Solar, so he knows they won't have info into the planter. An aggressive C4 from Dots, but Felipox hears the rip and goes around to find the kill. Oh, it's genius from Felipox. He's taking matters into his own hands, and he still stays on the side. Now he's slowed everything down. He knows Felipox has pretty much read the round to perfection. Fluxo have to get aggressive, and one by one they fall. Felipox has the read. He knows that KZ is down below.
And Buck should know exactly where he is. But he's bucking the wrong area, maybe also looking for a trap first to enable the back to jump in.
Trap is genius, and Felipox downstairs hunts down Volks. Now Dodez on the bird, finally finished off by KZ, and Furia have bitten back with a 2-player advantage now. Loban, though, he's been the deadliest player in the server. in this map so far, and he looks for a swing. A lot of damage onto JV, but receives a lot from the window behind him, and on his retreat, KZ from down below. Furia are locking in together to find these kills.
This C4 has to land. You gotta take down the Blackbeard right here, right now. Gets tossed on now, hits the shield, but then the injure follow-up on the guard break animation. Paolo makes this winnable for his team. It's him and Dots playing inside of Fountain, inside of Armory, not playing together, trying to hold map control for a bit more time. 25 seconds, mind you, no Goyo, no smoke. The timer is real. It comes down to the execute in the 3v2.
Beautiful shot from Palu with the slug shotty. As JV falls, KZ and Felipox have to clutch up for Furia. Dots is holding a long angle, and Palu up close with a slug shotgun. Felipox, will he look for a plant?
No.
Amidst the smoke, it's KZ to go deep, but Felipox, he has no choice but to get off the plant. And there's nothing to be done for Furia, because Fluxo W7M. Volps on the Azami. We don't have a smoke pick, though.
Not for this one, no. Of course.
He's gonna be playing East again, but Dodez is caught off guard. This is so uncharacteristic of one of the top fraggers of the tournament so far.
But Lobin fights back, looking for another one. Bit of an ego challenge, but look at this, the pressure. Blitz coming into action, another swing, another shutdown by Nade.
Nade with the DMR, reaction times of a god today. Lobin has been so prolific, but he will not survive and escape back to side. It's Palu in a 1v3, the Nitro Cell
1v2
gets the injure over the Blitz, and a 1v2 looks very winnable after Palu played it so well last round. He finds himself in another big clutch position. Can Felipox be picked up by KZ?
He's crawling outside, past the wall, should be safe. The issue is this Blitz, 20 health, but so strong in the 1v2.
SMG-12 for the soon-to-be father, who's been at SIs time and time again and never raised the hammer. Palu looks to reposition, keep them guessing. KZ with that DMR, though, continues rattling it out through the wall and puts Palu down. It's Herds, who's had a couple of quiet rounds, on the Nomad now, looks to try and flush out Dodez from inside CCTV, but KZ, ego challenges it himself with the AK-12. A first kill for Furia, as Fluxo W7M are reeling, looking for some form of a reply.
Nobody even helping Dodez either. No one's playing at 90, stopping the walk-ins. There is a stop. Paolo on Archive's door, but he's on one single point of health himself. The danger point here, Fluxo. Volps has to go big, it feels like, for this one.
Palu is in the hot seat. On the bomb site, 1 HP. Volps, though, will lash out and finish off the Flores of JV. Numbers advantage for Fluxo W7M, 15 seconds to play. Furia have to go big as Nate drops down. You're right, there are smoke babes for Lobin.
Oh no!
But Herds has found his head. And so Furia continue battling, but from up above, Volps has traded back. It needs to be a replan attempt here for Herds. KZ with pistol in hand is met by Palu, who pounces on them both.
They knew where almost everyone was, yet the plant was a 50-50. So Furia, he got it, okay.
Finally,
he dies!
But Lobin somehow knows exactly where Felipox is. There's no Solus on the board, and yet he had the read regardless. Felipox might have taken down the bulletproof camera, but it cost him his life.
Not worth it anymore. Trading Twitch drone for BP, that's fine. Dying for the BP, not. But now we're seeing Lobin being overzealous. Why are we swinging this door? This is kind of where the weakness comes into play in my mind. They get early pick again. Asami, the power operator with the keeper barriers to help the teammates fall back towards the bomb site in a 5v4, will swing, and die. Now Paolo looking maybe with Volps to go aggressive again. But guys, you won the early battle.
Oh, the swing could not have been worsely timed. Herds was about to deploy an air jab to prevent that exact swing.
They have a triple man crossfire with Dots covering the flank. Just don't give them individual 1v1s.
It's a good track though, but Herds will fall. KZ has to have a big impact here, but he's caught off guard by Volps. At the drop of a hat into overtime we go, and Fluxo now.
Not too much, might just die to a trap operator.
Oh, Herds. Down below, he's being hunted by Lobin.
He's so stuck. No rotate.
The Deimos targets him.
Hostile
but he's worried about a flank. He knows about it. But now he's caught between two players, and Furia continue to harass him until he will fall. A response once again as Volps looks for him, but KZ from up above swoops down for Furia, and he finds all of the kills remaining. A 15th round is required here on the first map.
Again, going 1-to-1 in terms of punching above their weight, or maybe at their weight, actually. A wall bang from JV start things off. The dots goes down early. Those F-that mines from Furia. Risk assessment. How big is the risk? How big is the reward? It's the first map in a long BO3, most likely, but Hertz takes down Dodes. Perhaps it's time to lash out on this map. This round might just be over for Fluxo.
Oh, and for the team that staved off 2 map points so far, it must be a 2v5. And none other than Loben, who gets aggressive.
Oh, no.
He's trying to bait out the swing. Volps is being targeted by the Deimos, and he will fall. Furia will push to their limits, but the Panthers remain as furious as ever. 15 rounds it takes, but they get the job done. 1 map in the bag for Furia. W7M, everyone's looking at them. All eyes are on Palu. All eyes are on Loben. Kills. For Palu, he's played at 8 Six Invitationals. He's played here in Paris before in the Grand.
Doesn't even know the window's opened up. That's the question.
Oh, Furia.
Palu,
Beautiful
actually.
patience there. Palu baited into a little bit too much movement, and Hertz is...
Pressure everywhere across the map, right? The outside piano window, they breach the bomb site wall. They're waiting for something, but Dots with a great lash out. Stuck by the bomb site. He wasn't.
Dots is looking to lash out again onto the balcony. Everyone seemingly harassing JV. Outside on that balcony, but Dodes and Dots have both lose health for it, and Nade has stuck up from the main stairs. What are Fluxo going to do about that? They've lost their anchor of a player at the top of mezzanine, and now Volps is feeling a hell of a lot of pressure. Takes off KZ's head, finds a second as well. Where is the response from Furia into the 2v3? They have not achieved nearly enough in this round, and Loben lashes back for Fluxo. JV being hunted down, they know exactly where he is, as he has 1 HP and a DMR to hold on to. Sees Loben for a brief moment. He's got some info as well, but he doesn't have the diffuser. In the close angle, there's no way the DMR wins that fight. Loben should have him dead to rights with the SMG-12. If not, Volps surely should with the Scorpion. So out comes a shotgun, out comes a C4. Shot out of midair, but Volps a swing. And Norris is far...
Felipox, right? He has very limited supportive angles to work with.
Felipox almost fell down. Oh, big Nitro, that's gonna knock his shield back for a brief moment. Hertz actually jumps straight into the Dread Mine. He looks to take it desperately, but KZ from behind with the Ying shotgun has had a big impact. Volps, though, he makes the top of Library Stairs his own. 2 big kills, and he's hunting for more. Bit of damage onto the feet of Felipox, and the Monty is about to fall. Nade finally shuts down Volps, and Furia have the advantage again.
John will see him. Do you fight or do you fall back? He's gonna push up the staircase.
Monty's gonna see him. Oh, the timing! Onto Nade! A beautiful shot for Dots, and that brings us back into the realm of possibility for Fluxo W7M. JV in a 1 versus 2, and they know exactly where he is. 2 smoke grenades in pocket as he clears out the Banshee and makes his way towards the side. There's info on his position, and a fire up above, but JV threads the needle. A 1v1 against Palu. Palu holds his ground on the stairs. He knows he has the diffuser upstairs, but JV has to close the gap, has to close the distance, and Palu weathers the storm for Fluxo W7M. Locking up any flank potential. Now KZ making absolute Swiss cheese out of the sight. But Felipox elsewhere is actually going to be taken down. I didn't see where that angle from Dots came from down below somehow.
Yeah.
And somehow Palu is allowed to survive as he tried to retreat near the main master window. Fluxo W7M are finding a few too many kills here. Furia, what's going wrong? And Hertz isn't even given his chance as Loben looks to retreat back further. Dodes is still alive as I say that. He falls. KZ finally finds a kill through the Swiss cheese on the main wall. KZ does a lot of damage to him, but KZ's low HP himself. Loben needs to take the fight, and he takes Hertz with him before he goes down. Big Nitro sound, and then will fall. KZ, the 1v3.
He's hiding. He's in Solario.
I think Volps is going to win this.
They have no idea.
He's just prone now.
What?
Dashing up at the last moment. And KZ says, yeah, try and get that one over me, I dare you. 1v2 now for the Lion of Furia. And he finds a second kill.
Palu's 1 HP. They're both 1 HP.
Palu was on the verge of death. KZ,
He's gonna floor bang him.
the player who's done what Palu
my
could
God.
not and raised the hammer, must now win in the 1v1. Palu looks to retreat back. KZ has a diffuser, and
Give him
he drops
sight.
down. Master sounds. The player is actually outside. He might be able to look for the
Oh
plant
my
here,
God.
but he's gonna have to stick it for 6 seconds. Palu should surely win this. He's got the red ping, and KZ cannot stick the plants.
For Furia for half of these rounds on Border and on Chalet, and in the other half they get a good early start, but
For another trophy.
that's it.
And with all the rumors about this maybe being the last dance for Furia, there's no better time than the present, but it won't be this round for Nate at least.
Oh,
Loban
man.
to continue lashing out. He's playing this smoke for goodness sake.
Yeah, the allegations of Furia not really hanging with the shield meta, you'll never beat those allegations, but Hertz, thankfully, quick into trench flanked. Solera and Chem is still up, so the flank should be seen by the defenders, but the clash...
Dangerous, very dangerous game, but KZ wins the fight and doubles down. 3 kills for the Lion as Palu. He's won back-to-back 1v1s, must now make it a 1v4. KZ's fight.
Defenders got a 5v4, and the main ammo strat is completely dead. So now Furia gotta go for broke.
Oh, Nate has fallen as well, trying to make his way up the stairs. Philippox will trade with the Reaper, no less. But it's not enough for Furia to get their boots in the building, to sink their claws into this map. Philippox is low HP, desperately tosses out his second last Candela. VP, take down that bulletproof... Oh, hello. Finally take down that bulletproof camera, recollecting the diffuser, but it is too late. Furia do not have many options here.
Gonna vault through a soft wall. They gotta use that last Candela, and they gotta make a miracle happen in the server.
Good angle, though, from Herds. And now Dots is under a lot of pressure. Loban has to come in to support.
Volps is flanking.
He's the one with the Nitro cell available, and he's found a kill with the SMG at 12. You're right, Volps is on for a big flank here, but they won't do anything amongst the fire and the smoke and the...
Great gun, and a lot of people don't tend to play the Hibana when you ban the Ace either, so you just change the attacker's playstyle. Casey's in the building and dining. It's one big kill.
Very deep lurk. He's now being flanked by 2 players. He gets a lot of damage onto Palu somehow. He's about to be flanked, though. I don't think he knows that Volps is here as well. Might have heard him, gets a bit of damage onto him. That's how sharp KZ is. Volps will win the fight regardless.
That's
One
the
of the
bomb
Barley
side.
drones is down, and Nate is looking to go deep with the blitz side. Can he take the 1v1? He's not close enough to get the blind effect. He gets the knockback. Volps is there to save the day. A second kill for Volps. As Herds is left with nothing. 3 players to find. Herds has a tumultuous task ahead of him, a mountain to climb, and Fluxo W7M will not give him anything. He might have put down Volps after that miraculous 2K, but I don't think there's any way he wins. He's got to walk into a dead crossfire. Fluxo W7M have looked so solid on Chalet.
Beautiful.
And they cap off the half nicely, 5 rounds to 1.
The blind doesn't even work that far away, and again, when you have a shield player, you can play the shields to a very high level.
I'm Furia's coaching staff. I'm saying, all right, guys, we're gonna go, and instead of screen forward, he's about to get shot in the side. Philippox knows exactly where he is. The nade comes out.
Oh,
he
boy.
1v1. The Blackbeard
boy.
Dots gets a little bit too aggressive and loses his head, but meanwhile, KZ has fallen.
Smart
So
play.
Furia are left pretty lonely, and Philippox is traded back by Dodes.
It's an important kill. Fluxo keeping that pressure, but this gunfight right here between Nate and Palu could change everything.
Shotgun in hand. Great work with the UMP from Nate. It packs a punch. Dodes will fall. And Herds has taken down the
Shoddy.
Loban. Shoddy v Shoddy, and Palu looks the wrong direction. Volps, who has been the savior for Fluxo double.
Twice, that will be enough.
It's time to hold
swing it.
crossfires.
Hold up.
Herds, it's not time to be swinging like that.
Play off your instincts. Believe in the plan. They've fallen back.
AR-33 in hand, and Volps makes his way forward. Nade is right on top of the diffuser, but JV steals the kill from him. And it's not to be for Volps today. He's going to reveal his position, open up the hatch and look for a retreat, but he's actually not going to retreat. It's a fake. He peels back for now, but spotted from the rooftops. Volps continues to farm his old team.
Yep. In perfect place once again. A huge pick. Especially up against the Clash, because now you open up possibilities of a flank elsewhere, but Philippox Blue Stairs finds Loban. Back.
Philippox spots out Dots, the impact to try and do a little bit of damage. He doesn't get flashed, but Dots wins the gunfight regardless. And Volps onto the bomb site. No, JV went to go and support his teammate.
So efficient so far.
Dots is in such a scary position if you're
Oh,
Nade.
so low.
Falling back, both of these players low on HP. Volps has found the first one. Ooh. He gets traded, but Dots is quick, hot on his heels. He's bullied into the corner, and Palu takes it with the pistol. Fluxo W7M are a different beast on Chalet.
Blitz, this is very unusual.
Very risky.
Are they gonna full send it?
They're straight into the bomb site.
They are.
Dots has the diffuser as well. JV92 is the first one to fall for Furia, and Dots is looking to get very aggressive. The smoke keeps him at bay for a brief moment. KZ's doing his best to battle the Blitz, but Nade comes in to save the day for Furia. Fluxo W7M threw everything at the wall, but nothing is sticking.
And Volps stuck outside. He was cutting rotations by the double door and fireplace, hoping for a kill, but nobody went into that location. He's been completely able to help his team this time around, and Paolo goes down as well. Oh, to Volps, but Hertz is there. Case.
Loban was pretty happy to play the sledge on the first map as well. We saw Hertz doing it too. Wow, nice quick steal from JV. Oh, he's actually baited in and found a kill as well. While the wall has been breached, it doesn't matter because JV could be an office rush. In goes the sledge, and behind him the Blitz as well. The castle somehow, while blinded, still manages to kill the Blitz. A refrag from Loban is not going to be enough. Palu he holds down the fort inside of Piano and finds 2 big kills. Now him and Loban are inside of the bomb site. Herds and KZ need to look for a retake, but Loban's got info, and Palu's distracting him on the bomb site. Where is Herds? They know he's behind the bomb, but he still finds the kill. The C75 comes out for KZ, and Herds and KZ together clutch up for Furia. They know where KZ is, and Dots is now in the perfect position to flush him out. But KZ, he can take the fights. He staved off the Monty with the Thorn Trap so he could isolate Volps. And while Dodes has traded him back, it was a worthy play from someone who should have been doomed to die. And Hertz, sneaking behind enemy lines, has stolen another kill onto Dodes. No more hard breach available for Fluxo W7M.
No. Playing it safe and playing it slow, and yet that one mistake might cost him the entire round with that delete. Being reduced. Furia making the comeback happen right here, right now.
The first move. Will Furia just play safely? Indeed, it looks to be the case, as Dodes looks to send out the first of the Rayoras.
EMP.
But it does get disabled. The EMPs come up, and Volps from down below finds the opening kill. No more Warden to worry about if you're a Ying or a Glaz, but the Nitro cell from hers will claim the Glaz's life. And those smokes, perhaps JV wasn't on that camera.
Basement.
JV should have been on that camera.
Oh no, this angle with a shotgun doesn't work.
KZ should win it, and indeed he does. He locks down the basement. It's up to Dodes to try and have a big impact here on the Rayora. He blocks off one door.
Missed the smoke,
That's the primary plant denial. You're right, the smoke did not cover off the line of sight. We have Dots on the Thatcher.
They can't jump in, it's too risky, and they got smoke and a clash. This shouldn't work. They need to go for some kills here.
Plant denial is going to be challenging here. It'll come down to the smoke as Felipox tosses out his second last. KZ still has control down. Oh, and a bit of everything. Gets red. Volps finds 1. He found 17 kills in this map, and if he finds 3 more, the map will be over. It's time to execute. No time left on the clock, and they find every single one of them. Nade forced into a 1v3. They just have to go deep. Volps looking for his 19th kill, but he's on the floor. The Panthers started the fights, but they didn't realize they were battling in the bullpen. Fluxo W7M have sent us to a 3rd map. One of the tournament favorites. They raised the hammer 2 years ago in Brazil, and they've rallied to the greatest in Brazil. It'll come down to what happens on Cafe.
The glass as well. The issue is the magnets, the Goyofy. You gotta deal with those first. Gonna slow down the pace quite a lot. But Volps, dude, 18 kills with Chalet, opening pick onto Nate on Twitch to stop people from clearing out that utility. So much value. Blitz goes in fast.
A smoke bang though by Loban on the Warden. And this is again a round where Furia haven't dealt with that Warden. We saw it happen on Chalet. Try to bring Glaz, they try to bring smokes, they try to bring Ying, and it doesn't work. Not when you have a Warden on the board. The Rayora from KZ was not enough. It was easily dispatched with, and Palu's got an active Volps. A flawless beginning to Cafe. And looks to try and reply. His team is 2 players in deficit, and Volps is just around the corner from him. KZ's looking the wrong way. Rifle in hand, and Volps will quickly shut him down. Felipox is under pressure and actually dies to a Razor Bloom, no less. JV92 in a 1v4, and Volps is toying with him. Valcam. Yep. Oh, nice shot. 2 kills on the round, but a nitro cell from way downtown. For a man who's just fragged the hell out. Makes JV have to continue dancing around these angles. Good nade, though. That's going to destroy... No, it actually won't destroy the bar.
Oh.
KZ is vulnerable! Dotas will take them both down. 5v3 goes to a 5v2, and JV's low HP. Dotas is hungry for more. Hertz needs to conjure up some magic here with the IQ. Straight into the crossfire. A second flawless round for Fluxo W7M.
Strategically in the server. They're missing the most basic of...
To a team they've beaten 10 times in a row, to a regional rival in Brazil, not to a team like FaZe Clan,
no.
not to a team like Falcons or Amati or G2, but to one that they should be beating 100 times over. That's when it truly will be the last dance for Furia, and a second kill has been found by Loben. KZ and Hertz remain with no kills, and a nitro cell shuts JV out of the game. Felipox and Nade stare down the barrel of another flawless round. And Nade is on the floor.
Heartbreak.
Felipox, their captain, must stand tall.
One by one they fall.
One by one they march towards him. It is a flawless round. We haven't seen that happen even once here for Furia on Cafe as of yet. Hertz, where is the fire that you brought?
Flash drop
on
go.
Water and Chalet. Both of the flashes go down, but Dones is waiting to the side for a double. They fall into the meat grinder, and Furia find absolutely nothing. JV looks for a consolation frag, but he's left alone. A fourth round, flawless for Fluxo.
If this is gonna be the end of the course, we know it. This would be the absolute worst way to go down. After all, she says JV's in. There's finally some firepower in the bomb side with the case as well. They get 2 kills.
Hold the phone for Furia, because they found the opening. They brute forced their way into it, and Dots has made mincemeat out of it. Deploying Nitro cell sent over, but Felipox will find him. Plant denied. JV is on the floor. The Furia have finally got their mojo back. 4v2, and Volps is shut out of it. Dones yet to fall. He's the last one standing, and he is being tracked by the Deimos. It's been a long time between drinks, but Furia finally get back on the horse.
It's very important that if you're Furia right now, you're just discussing if they go for this attack, what's gonna be our counter? If they make this play, what's our response? But the problem is what happens when Hertz falls as well, and so does JV. What happens when it's a 2v5?
There's only one answer here for Furia, and it's for KZ to show us the kind of form that made us regard him as one of the best in the world. But a fifth flawless round for Fluxo. No longer do they fly under the radar. And it's go time for Fluxo W7M.
Almost. The issue is out of flashbangs, out of grenades.
Doing
Hertz
hers.
swings first, he's crossing, he's 0-7 now. You gotta mouse down the wide hallway. Ideally 2 people together. Get the timing, wait for the line scan. 3, 2, 1, this could be your moment.
Dots has moved forward. Vulnerable to C4s below. 2 in the hands of Fury, the first will miss. But Nade still holds that DMR, that potent weapon. Upstairs, Fluxo W7M continue looking for picks. They see that it's fully reinforced into reading. How do they find their way forward? Palu shuts JV down. Numbers in favor of Fluxo. As one by one, they look to hunt Furia. Fluxo have flown under the radar. And for Furia, it is their last dance. They will begin to stumble. They knocked them out in Munich. They knocked them out in Riyadh. They knocked them out in Rio. But today, Fluxo force Furia back to Brazil.
Wow, we have kicked things off in a magnificent way here at the Adidas Arena in Paris. Fluxo W7M sending home arguably one of the greatest rosters to ever play the game in Furia. I'm standing by here with the now Hailu, who's here for a conversation. Now, let's roll it back for a moment here. Your first ever Six Invitational, you were 18 years old. Fast forward to now, your life has changed a little bit since then. First things first, you are an expecting father. You're about to become a dad. So please make some noise for this man right here. Congratulations.
Palou n'a pas juste gagné, il devient papa!
You're going to be a magnifique papa, by the way. What does that mean to you in regards to how you are playing up here? Has it inspired you even more to want to win?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think since I joined the competitive, there were so many things in my life that changed. Like, I grow so many responsibilities right now, and being a father is another one. And everyone tells me that it's a feeling different from every single one of the others. So I'm just happy and excited.
And look, there's a big difference between when you were playing at the Invitational here in Paris, almost 5 years ago, and today. The biggest one being that you have a crowd all around. They cheered for you the moment you got the victory. What does that mean to you as Palou? How does that impact you?
Yeah, like last time it was tough. We got to the final, unfortunately lost, but it was amazing. Like having a live audience is just amazing. The feeling, everyone cheering is just like other thing. It's just amazing.
La dernière fois quand j'étais là, c'était bien différent. Il n'y avait pas une audience autour de nous. Et là, il y a tout le monde, il y a tout Paris qui est là pour nous, pour notre équipe, et qui sont là pour nous donner de l'énergie. Et bien sûr, maintenant, il devient père. C'est quelque chose qui lui donne beaucoup plus d'énergie qui était dans le passé. C'est une motivation bien différente qu'on le pensait. Congratulations, Palou.
Congratulations indeed. I think you've won over and you've got lots of fans here in Paris. They're excited to see you continue. Congratulations once again, continuing your run here at the Six Invitational and for becoming a father very soon.
Mesdames et messieurs, Palou!
They did end up closing out. And then that last map, I mean, we talked about teamwork, Fox. That was going to be the key to their success. Everyone in that map specifically was over 80% cost, close to 90. The one player that we highlighted at the very end of Chalet was Dots. He was at 100% cost for that map. That really goes to show the IGL leading